How about you, Rattles?
I'm dying.
Well, you gotta be okay.
I've been sick for the past few days.
Yikes. Are you gonna be okay now for the
Sorry to
session?
hear.
Yep.
Okay.
All's not okay. It'll be perfect.
Isn't that just the usual?
And that pretty much is. At least in Barovia.
All right. Let me go
Kinda.
ahead.
Still love that everybody in new servers that I joined that sees Roger is just like, who's him? He's handsome. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay.
Yes, there is.
I mean, it is part of his work.
Yeah. It just cracks me up. I'm like, yep. Ooh. Oh no.
What do you mean by oh no?
The
Oh
map
no.
loaded. The map loaded for me. Me. Ooh, I like this map. Oh no.
I'm still waiting for it to load for me.
I'm seeing black screen on the map. Okay, I hear music.
Ugh. All right.
I
All
had
right.
the map before, now it's a black screen again. Did it change or?
It's supposed to have.
Yeah, you guys are supposed to see the map now.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just
Then
seeing a
it's
black screen.
no, it's black.
Go
Yeah,
ahead and
There's a black
reload.
screen with game paused.
I just loaded
And it's weird
in.
because I had the map up before.
I literally just loaded in.
I'll refresh. It's weird because I had the map up
Now I
before
got a bad
and then it
gate. I
disappeared.
got a bad gateway.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Weird. And it's working fine for Shrine and Rattles,
Fine.
you guys, right?
Yeah, fine for
Yeah.
me.
Mine's fine.
Hmm.
Okay, map is loaded in for me now
Okay.
after refreshing.
How's it looking on your side, Mel?
It's still loading in.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm. Is it maybe a RAM thing with Mel? As far as it not loading in quickly?
I don't know.
Could be.
Okay, I'm loaded in.
Okay, great. All right. So we can get started. All you guys come out of the. Oh well. First to recap, from last time, you guys have finally finished traversing through the perilous depths of the secret passageway underground towards Argynvostolt and have arrived here. Unfortunately, you arrived at some complications along the way. Most of all being you guys have recruited Gramsh and his crew, and they're just tagging along now. And secondly, you guys had unfortunately found Kanan having ripped his wings off in an almost mad frenzy to be rid of the influence of the dragoness god Tiamat. As heavily wounded and hanging on as he is, you guys now are trying to decide for yourselves whether to move forward or to head back to recuperate before doing so after coming this way. You arrive out of the depths of the passageway into a small courtyard. You view for yourselves the haunting sight of the ruins of Argynvostolt standing tall, even after the decay and wear and attacks done by Strahd that has decimated it and buried the name of Bahamut here in this place. First and foremost, from the steps of the courtyard, you see a rather gaunt-looking, angry-looking figure of a familiar white-haired. You see for yourself that it is Morgan the Flame, now seemingly with some sort of attachment gauntlet to where her arm had been cut off by Falmouth before. You see the white-haired warrior raises her new arm, and flames emit from it. And from those primordial flames, you see several other creatures spawn out, fanning out in a formation before you.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Paul. New friends.
One thing right after the other.
And Roger, at the very far end, you see the glint of what looks to be a scope, and you are waved at from afar by the mercenary gunslinger with his sights set on you.
Hey,
It's your
fantastic.
friend. All of our least favorite people are gathered in one place today. How lucky are we?
You see Morgan walk forth, and she takes out her flaming scimitar sword and looks at you all with disdain and disgust. Well, look at what the rats dragged out of the tunnels.
Do we really have to do this right now?
You have somewhere better to be, wizard?
Yeah, home.
Then you've obviously come the wrong way. Irina, you see kind of clutches your arm, Kanan, and she whispers in a low tone to you and to everyone else. You gonna be all right?
Am I gonna be alright?
Kanan? Irina looks to you all and says, like, I don't think he's in any proper condition for a fight right now.
No, he's not. But I don't think she's going to give us the chance to flee.
Morgan raises a brow to you all and slashes her sword over to the statue in the middle, cutting off the arm on the Dragonic warrior visage in the front. Leave? Oh, no, 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 no. You came all this way after all. We have to be good hosts for you. I have to pay you back for what you did to me.
I can't access my
That's your
character
own
sheet.
fault. That's your own fault.
Oh, not this shit again. I can't access my character sheet.
Okay, let me see.
Ugh, for fuck's sakes. I hate fucking Foundry.
Hold
When it does
on
it like
one sec.
this.
Alright, I think the only way for me to fix that, you're using Opera, right?
Yes.
Okay,
So am I.
Alright, hold on, guys. Did you try the refresh cache thing, though?
Yes, I did.
Alright, shit. Alright, everybody hold on. Let me restart the server. Sorry.
Mhm.
Give me a sec. It's considered a commercial break.
There you go. There's your advertising jingle for the break.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Why is this so happy sounding?
Because it's for
No.
Fantasy Costco.
I'm actually gonna stash that for later.
Oh no. Brian, what have you done?
Maybe not this campaign, but maybe Strixhaven.
Oh my god.
Shrine, what have you done?
Strixhaven would be the place to have a Fantasy Costco.
Yep.
Rattles.
Hold on.
Okay. I gave him the laser pointer for the cat. That's what.
Here you go, Max.
God, you guys would hate me if I did that every time I end this session. Okay, so the server should be restarted now.
Yes.
I'm attempting to join.
Okay.
Gray screen right now, so it's taking a minute, probably because it just started
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Once you are all loaded in, Mel, let me know if that worked.
Okay. Oh god, someone already drew porn of that thing from Monster Hunter 6.
You're surprised?
I was about to say, you surprised?
The mount or the pangolin?
The mount.
Okay.
That's fucking awkward.
I noticed it had guns on it.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like fully automated mount turrets. I did like the the lightning rod pangolin thing that we saw though.
I call them spiky boys.
Like you,
Yeah.
it's just nice to see a lightning monster that isn't Zinogre added.
I thought you liked Zinogre.
I do, but it's like, once he's spammed into everything, it's kind of like, all right, we get it.
He's iconic, like with Rathalos.
True.
So it's kind of weird to not
They didn't
have
show
him in the
Rathalos
game
flying in
like
the distance until the very end, too. The
Yeah.
trailer. Just to confirm to everybody that it's a Monster Hunter game, here's Rathalos.
Rathalos, the original Devil Joe.
I do hope Devil Joe returns because it's been a while we had a game with him.
I just wish they would fix swimming so we'd have to get Legia Chris back.
No.
I don't want swimming back.
No.
That's why I said I wish they would fix it. So it should be decent and not clunky.
I do like the fact that the mount can parkour, though. That is cool.
Still waiting.
I'm loaded in, and I can open the sheet.
Nice. All right.
Man, Foundry really wants to test my patience today. Ugh.
Apparently, the PC version for MH6 comes out the same time as the console versions.
Cool. Maybe I won't have to pay for PSN.
Yeah. I just hope my computer can handle it.
Maybe.
I mean, it can play World fine, but I gotta set it to potato graphics.
It might be fun to upgrade. Okay, I'm in. Let me check my.
Cross fingers.
Alright, I can use it.
Yay!
Maybe just restart the server before every game.
Yeah, I think I was gonna start doing that.
Yeah, because computer issues.
Yeah. All right. Continuing where we were, you see Gromsh just kind of poke his head out the side and go like, "Hey, Miss Morgan, we can discuss this. We actually made a deal with these three, and you see Morgan already starts casting Fireball.
Counterspell.
Would you like to cast it at a particular level?
Highest level I got.
Okay. Yeah. That's way more than the level she's casting it at. So, immediately you snuff out the flames in her hands with a snap of your finger, and you see after that little bit of treachery from you, she sets her sights on you now.
Roger's going to shove Gromsh behind him, like, get back there.
Hey!
He's going to kill you.
Take your little friend and your band and leave.
Well, I mean, he looks around.
She is going to try to kill you now.
Well, I mean, y'all got directions to your place? Because we don't have an idea. Amber, do we write down directions? Yeah, Amber just kind of shrugs. Where I'm saying, well, shit.
He Kanan will attempt to give them directions. The shortest way to the manor.
Grom says, "Cool, cool." You see, Kyle tries to place his hand against Gromsh, but he sees that it doesn't work. As he looks at his mark and goes over to Kane and saying, "How come it's not working?"
Because you can only use it once in a while. It's
Oh.
expensive.
Irina looks at you all. I guess goes like, "I think we should probably follow Gromsh's lead. If I gotta be honest."
Yeah, but she's not going to just let us run. Someone's going to have to run interference in some way.
Can Paul cast Crushing Singularity?
Where are you casting it?
Right behind her.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know if I can. Bing.
Swirly swirl. You start casting Crushing Singularity from your hands right behind Morgan, and you start to see her body starts being sucked towards the Singularity. Let me see. Is it a strength saving throw? Yeah, strength saving throw.
Don't know how well it's gonna work, but
Oh, she failed.
well,
She starts getting sucked towards the Singularity. She tries to stab her sword into the ground to try and ground herself as she looks at you all, and started growling towards in your direction. And you see the creatures respond to her growling, and they start heading towards your direction.
Your eyes out for the sniper. I'll bring up the rear guard.
And Roger,
Oh boy.
go ahead and roll for dex saving throw for me.
Oh boy.
Right.
Here we go.
+5.
You do get +5 from Fallmouth. Unfortunately, though, that doesn't meet the save for this. You feel a sharp, stinging pain right on your hip, as immediately you feel something burrowing inside in a hole that's now been made into the side of your hip. And
Right.
I'm
He uses
sorry,
insect-
what?
He uses insect ammunition that burrows in.
and there's some scorch marks left on the bullet wound, and immediately your insides sort of feel like they're seizing up, and you feel the effects of paralysis.
Nah, I'm gonna use Lay on Hands to use 5 points to remove the paralysis.
Go right ahead.
Okay. And that's ticked in, so Roger is no longer paralyzed.
Nice. Yet you feel the effects of paralysis finally lifted on you, Roger. Kyle kind of hides behind you, Kanan, as he kind of holds onto your hand, as weak as it is currently, and from the way he's gripping it, you can feel the boy shivering.
Is there
You guys run
gravel?
ahead. You guys run ahead. I'll bring up the rear.
Is there a gravel like below us? Is that what I'm looking at? Like pebbles, rocks, something
Yes.
along those lines?
Yes.
Okay. Roger is going to pick one up. He's gonna cast darkness at it and throw it at the Singularity.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
we getting
Ah.
creative with this shit, huh? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you gotta.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. You're gonna throw it at the singularity, right?
Yes.
Do I want
Trying
to
to-
make you do a throw for this? Do a Dex ability check. Just a straight Dex ability check.
Straight dex ability check.
Wait, it's a -2 to Dex? What?
Remember? He's really terrible at dex. We planned
Oh
on.
no.
He's literally got a thing for that. Like,
Oh no. Well, you do successfully cast darkness on the pebble and you throw it towards the singularity. Unfortunately, it kind of casts a trail as you're throwing it kind of sloppily, and the trail kind of starts puffing up near you guys, and you guys are now under the effects of darkness too.
fantastic. So, where should I place this, just so we have an idea of where it's at?
You can place it
Does
right
the-
on where the singularity was, but then also place it on yourself as well.
Does the
Okay.
effects of darkness override prestidigitation?
Can you link me prestidigitation?
Can I? Is it gonna let me?
I'll take a look. Don't worry.
There you go. There's
There it goes.
prestidigitation.
Okay. Sensory.
I like the effect for that.
Oh, you mean like? Huh. Like which part of prestidigitation do you mean?
Like taking a object that you have and setting it alight.
Like the pebble?
Because I
Or-
think darkness said something about if
not
it's
that light from
magical
other
light
spells.
or what. Non-magical light can't eliminate it, but would prestidigitation count as magical light?
I would
And-
say so.
Wait, if any of the spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell at second level or lower, the spell that created the light is spelled. So, darkness unfortunately snuffs out prestidigitation for that.
Yeah. So I think that would not work, unfortunately.
You need a light spell of third level or higher to cut through the darkness.
You hear
Sounds
Grom
like
just
fireball?
look around and goes like, "Hey, who's turned out the lights?"
Donna Noble has left the library.
Paul is gonna look as best he can at the others and be like, "Run!" And then he's gonna turn to where he recalls seeing Morgan and cast Fireball.
Inside the darkness.
Inside the darkness to light it up.
On the Fire Witch?
No, on us. Like
Okay,
just
so-
behind us, out of range, so y'all
Okay,
don't
so-
get hit.
Just to get it correct, so you're casting fireball at Morgan's direction, just as a way to light up the darkness.
Yes, so we can run.
I
Okay.
mean, we could still run. It's just we can't see.
But you can't. Yes, that's why Fireball would be a magical light.
Okay.
That's not wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, no. You know what? I'll make it easier. Paul is gonna throw it directly up into the air, towards the area where we should be running.
Okay, like kind of like
Treat it like a
Molotov.
a
Okay.
flash
Flare.
Flare.
Flame. Okay, got it. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna say you do that. There's no ability check because the sky isn't gonna fucking roll for a dex save. So,
The sky rolls for a dex save. It fails.
but yeah,
Yes.
you see Paul launch a big fireball into the sky, which dissipates enough of the darkness, allowing you guys to have an entryway to run backwards out.
At that point, Roger's just gonna be like, "All right, go, go, go."
run.
Yeah.
Us shooing the party along.
You see Irina takes one of your arms, Kanan, and helps you run with everybody. You say, "You're not dying here, old man. Come on."
Almost just gonna bring up the rear just in case of anything getting closer.
As you're running away, you suddenly feel something shift in the grass.
Great.
And from the darkness, as Irina's tries to be quick enough to turn around to react, you see the glint of a familiar silver sword as a green dragonborn pops out from the grass and swings a blade towards Irina's neck. And she's gonna go ahead and roll for a dex saving throw. She succeeds with flying colors, dodging just in time out of the hit. As now you see your old friend Victor, who has been revealed to have survived what had happened to him, leaps forward and tries to stab at Irina, being forced to let go of Kanan as she's now holding the silver sword from Victor back up against the ground.
You traitor.
You see Victor, as he struggles, Irina just looks over to you, and Kanan just goes like, just evaluated the winning side.
I knew I should have killed you when I had the chance.
And now you never will. And you see he points a crossbow at you and shoots at you. And go ahead and roll for the dex saving throw for me, Kanan, with disadvantage, if you could. That's good.
+5 to both.
Yeah. Roll one more time since it's with disadvantage.
I thought I did.
Not yet, no. You only rolled once.
With
So
a plus
12.
5, that makes it into 12. You don't manage to dodge in time due to your wounds. It pierces through your stomach, but you don't feel sharp pain in you as Irina kicks Victor off of her, and she throws one of her knives over in Victor's direction for him to parry it, allowing you guys time to continue running away. As you see Victor jump back up and tries to pursue you. How would you guys like to react?
I almost want to tackle him.
Go on. Oh, go ahead, Mel. What's up?
Never mind.
Okay. Walmuth, go ahead and roll for athletics. Yeah, you confidently tackle Victor, pushing him back a good few feet. And Kanan, would you like to react in any way now as well?
No.
Okay. You guys continue escaping on your way, as desperate as it was. As you see, Victor tries to pursue, but by this time he is too far back in order to keep up. And let me go ahead and change the map. You hurry through the wooded path before you away from Argynvost Salt and away from the secret entrance again, and end up stopping to try and catch your breath once you're far enough away. You seem to have found yourself deep within the dark woods again, though it seems like thanks to the efforts of Falmouth, Kanan, and Roger when they were last here, there's no longer the maddening effects covering over the dark woods.
Yay.
Good.
You see, once you're far enough away, Irina just gently taps on your breastplate, Kanan, and asks you, "Did the arrow pierce you?"
Just gonna pull it out.
You pull it out, and thankfully, it didn't seem to pierce through your flesh. And Irina takes a look at the arrow and takes it from your hand for a bit. And goes like, "We got lucky there."
He says nothing and just goes for a place to sit down, like an elevated rock or something.
Irina just holds you and just goes like, "Hey, I got you. Come on." She leads you over to the fallen over trees over here to have a seat.
So, 2 questions. 1, how the heck did they know we were coming out? And 2, where the hell has Victor been this entire time?
Roger just kind of looks over at Falmouth and it's just like, you really don't think that they weren't just standing out there for the last hour or something? Like, I mean...
Yes, but how would they have known to wait for us to come out of that specific exit?
I mean, I don't know. We killed a psychic dragon. Maybe he sends something to him beforehand.
You see Irina looks over your wounds and sees blood start seeping through a lot of the bandages that Roger and Paul had made for you, Kanan, as she starts to speak to you in a softer tone, though you see from her eyes she is both frustrated and concerned with you. What the hell were you thinking?
What?
The little stone you pulled underground.
Do you have a
Kanan,
goddess whispering in your ear?
No.
Well, I do. And she won't leave me alone.
Talk to us about it. Don't just go on a whim and just rip off your wings. Last I checked, those things are pretty attached to you.
They're not mine.
You see Irina looks towards Roger's direction and just kind of gives a befuddled, like, I don't know what to do here look to you.
Roger's gonna look back at her and just sort of hold his hands up like, I don't know either.
Kyle looks to you all and goes like, are we gonna go home then?
We're gonna
think
try
that-
different.
Okay.
Do you know what she wants me to do to you and the rest of you?
Roger's gonna put his hands over Kyle's ears.
Irina looks towards you, Kanan, just goes like, something bad, I'm assuming.
She wants me to tear all of you apart and eat your hearts. And then I'd become her chosen.
Like some kind of prophet, or?
Her champion.
I mean, as terrible as that sounds, Kanan, you gotta talk to us about this stuff. You can't just...
I think she promised me it before. And I almost listened to her.
Kanan, you need to talk to somebody.
Who am I going to talk in this godforsaken place?
I don't know. Maybe the people that are trying to look out for you.
Roger's just like, maybe the whole manor full of people that live with you.
None of you can help me.
Well, obviously we can if you won't let us. Kanan, we talked about this.
We did.
And?
I don't know if you can help me.
Can you at least... You're not even trying.
Even now, he turns towards her and kind of grabs her by the shirt. I have such dark thoughts of seeing your corpse on the floor.
Okay. Then do it.
His other hand is like shaking as it wants to grab her by the neck.
You see she holds a hand out to tell Falmouth it's okay. Do it.
I can't.
If it's... Apparently to you is the only way for us to help in any capacity, because since you won't do anything else other than doing these dark thoughts.
I don't want to. But she's driving me to... And he pushes her away and tries to stand up, but just kind of hobbles over. Before
At least let me heal you.
Before he like straightens back up. I think I remember now. I think it was her. I think she was the one that drove me to kill all those people. I remember the screams. Oh my god, it was so delightful. I remember the blood. The blood on the floor, the blood on my hands. Oh, God, it was such a rush. I enjoyed killing people. God, what is wrong with me? He's just gonna have like this 1,000-yard stare with like a creepy smile on his face before he kind of drops back down on the floor and just sits there. I'm not fit to be anybody's champion.
I'm just going to approach closer and reach a hand out to Kanan.
He's gonna slap the hand away. You, most of all, should stay away from me. Even now, she whispers me to kill you.
Maybe. But I've failed too many times to help someone who needed me to just leave you be now.
That's going to be your downfall, Paladin.
Maybe it is.
Suit yourself.
Sit still and let me heal your wounds.
Fine.
And going to use Lay on Hands to heal 25 points of damage to Kanan.
Okay. Kanan, you recover 25 HP.
Okay. Many thanks. Though I feel it might be wasted on me. And he's gonna stand back up and start to walk away. As if he's trying to leave. What is going on with my keyboard? Oh, okay. Derp. There we go.
Wait, Kanan.
He's gonna stop and look back at Irina.
Where are you going?
A place where I can't hurt anyone. I don't know.
This shit again. Kanan, come on.
I can't. I don't want to hurt anybody.
Roger, you feel the concentration on your darkness spell dissipating. As it seems like it has completely faded now.
Oh boy. It's gonna be like if I bought us any cover back there, it's probably blown by now. We might need to keep going.
Then you should leave.
Oh my God, Kanan.
Gromsh looks to you all and goes like, we're not part of this, but yeah, this is some heavy shit. I see you guys are going. So we're just gonna
keep going, Gromsh.
We're just gonna, yeah.
Roger's gonna go over to Kanan. And he's gonna look up at him and he's just gonna be like, how many times have you almost killed me since we've met?
He's gonna slowly and creepily turn his head. More times than I can count.
Exactly. Now, get your shit together and let's get back to the house.
He's gonna put a shoulder on Roger. And he's just gonna toss him towards Falmouth.
So you're putting your arms on Roger's shoulder.
Yeah,
like,
they basically it's gonna throw him. It's gonna try and throw him.
Roger, do you try to resist this?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to resist it.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll. Okay, let's see how do I want to do this. Kanan, roll for athletics, and Roger, I guess.
Acrobatics.
Well, how do you want to resist this, Roger?
I'd like to see if I can maybe duck out of it.
Okay.
Like so that he ends up,
Okay. Try for acrobatics. Save.
Okay.
Oh my god. Kanan, you try to put hands on the tiefling, but unfortunately he is too slippery for you, and he slides out of your hands like butter.
Paul's favorite ingredient.
Wow.
Please just leave me alone.
I don't think any of us can do that, and I think you know that.
He's gonna avert his gaze as he tries to leave again.
Roger, you feel righteous indignation rising up in your stomach as he keeps doing this, as you remember to yourself that you went through hell and back to get Kanan back from the brink in that mindscape.
Mm-hmm.
Tell Tiamat to leave him alone.
Roger Roger is just gonna be like, gonna have to do this the hard way, and he's gonna pull out the rope out of his bag.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
you ready your hempen rope.
He's gonna look at the rope like, really?
Yeah, really.
Really?
Yeah. Did I stutter? I don't think I stuttered.
Kyle looks at this side and turns to you, Paul, and goes like, what's going on?
Your dad's just having a moment. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
Is he?
That's just having a moment.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, you, Roger and Kanan, you guys have like a stare down right now. Roger, your hands gripping on the rope.
He's gonna turn to leave again.
Roger, how do you react?
Roger is going to how do I want to do this?
That's usually my line.
Against his better judgment,
Oh no.
Roger is going to pull something similar to what he did previously when Kanan was all jacked up in the tunnels, and he's going to jump on his back. Which, given, current situation, probably is not
Hurt a
the...
lot? Yeah.
That's gonna hurt.
Oh, he's not going to like that.
Go ahead and roll for acrobatics, Roger. And,
Wow, so now you make all these nice rolls.
He's good at acrobatics.
Since he did really well on acrobatics, Kanan roll for a con save with advantage.
Con. Oh, that's weird. Why doesn't it roll it twice?
I don't know.
If you press the plus or the minus, it'll roll with advantage or disadvantage depending on what you press.
Nice. One above.
So how are we gonna do this?
What do you mean?
He rolled a 21.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 21.
Oh, you mean like how I'm gonna work with this?
Yes.
I was getting to it. Calm down.
Impatient.
Fuck you.
Roger is as careful as possible, almost like a needle falling perfectly in between the hole of a thread as he jumps on your shoulders, being sure not to land too harshly near where your wing stumps are, and he immediately tries to basically wrangle you with his rope. And due to your nice con save, you do not take any damage from the landing.
Oh, that's gonna make him angry, and he's gonna try and like reach back and throw him off.
Roger, how do you react?
Roger. he's going to basically be trying to duck behind Kanan's head. Essentially, he's trying to use Kanan's own head as a shield here.
Oh my god, it's like
He's-
taming a dragon.
Oh, he's like twirling around, like reach back, and he's like screaming.
It's like trying to tame a horse in Legend of Zelda.
Oh God, stop it!
Alright, how do I want to do this? Shit.
If
Alright, Kanan. Roll for athletics. Rolling against Roger's athletics. So, athletics contesting rolls.
oh no,
Now this is where things get bad.
Yeah.
No. You start to grip at Roger's sleeve, and you try to pull him off, and you can tell he's starting to slip off of you now. 2 more rolls. Whoever has the higher rolls out of these, the best of 3 will win, basically.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll for strength contested roll again.
You mean athletics?
Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
athletic. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry.
Like.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Shine.
Fuck.
Alright.
It's like baby fighting.
And then
Baby face.
Oh, that is so close to each other. I'm gonna say because your rolls are so close to each other, you managed to toss Roger off of your back, but he ends up landing in your front, and you see he's already like trying to pull on the rope tighter around you.
sorry. Let me go now.
Can't do that, darling. Sorry.
And you're gonna see Irina start running towards Kanan.
Let me go. Let me go.
You see Irina starts holding your arms back.
I'm sure. Just
Sure.
going to try to take advantage of that. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Shrine, Roger will
Mhm.
start to see flames start to boil in Kanan's mouth.
Roger's just going to look at him and just be like, I mean, figured it was going to happen at some point. And he's going to basically kind of duck around to try to assist, like Irina with tying his arms behind his back.
Okay, so roll for a dex saving throw, Roger.
Ah, yeah. My favorite role.
Yep. No. What's the DC on breath weapon now?
Let me see. Boop. Oh, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh.
That was weird. I did.
I like how I heard Thomas, but he didn't show up on my screen.
So,
Ooh. Unfortunately, you did not meet the save, Roger. So you're gonna get a blast full breath weapon while tying up the ropes. Luckily, since you're a
Fantastic.
tiefling, you're resistant to fire. So let's see.
But resistant isn't invulnerable.
Yeah. So, is Kanan casting this just as fire or as well as the radiant breath? Which one?
fire because he's trying to burn the ropes.
Okay. So you take only 9 damage, thankfully, Roger, as the flames start to wrap around you as you're trying to tie these ropes. Calling upon your experiences with certain rope work in your job.
Certain rope work.
And you've dealt with Dragonborn clients before. You know how this stuff can get. You you tie, even though it still stings, you tie the rope enough to get his arms to stop flailing about as Irina starts to try and hold Kanan back.
At this point, it's just like he's like a wild bull. Even though like his hands are being tied back. And he's just desperately trying to get free so he can like just run into the forest where he can't hurt anybody.
Do we currently have him tied?
He is tied up, like at the torso and arms, but not the legs.
Okay. Roger's gonna do one more thing, which is gonna wrap a length of rope around his mouth. Like closing the, basically keeping his jaw shut.
Okay. Yeah, you tie the rope around his jaw. Kanan, roll for a jaw strength is still strength, I would say. Roll for a strength saving throw. This is fucking wild. These unfortunately, you don't you don't manage to jam your jaw in time before it gets tied up.
I'm gonna smack this bitch with my tail.
Oh my god.
Roger out here taking the crocodile hunter approach.
Anybody want to take bets?
Yeah, you slap Irina across the face with your tail, unknowingly to you, causing a cut across her face with the sharp pointed end of your scales on your tail.
He's just gonna look like mad angry, like his eyes were shrunk to where they look like draconic instead of like the oval shaped eyes he has. Now they just look draconic. Like he's angry. But he doesn't move.
Kyle starts moving a bit forward. And he looks over you, Paul. It's like, I don't think everything's okay, Paul.
Okay, it's not entirely okay.
Didn't we help?
I don't really think there's any way we can.
Roger's gonna stop and be like, you know what? Hang on, I got something for this. And it's just like, Irina, can you keep an eye on him for a second?
She looks at you with a slightly bloody cut on her face as she nods.
He's going to reach into his bag and grab that robe of useful items.
Okay.
And he's going to tear off the riding horse with saddlebags patch.
Wait, he pulled out what? Wait, what did he pull out?
Riding horse with saddlebags.
He has a robe of useful items which has patches on it. When you take the patches off, they basically become the object that it represents.
So you pull off the patch, and immediately a horse with saddlebag appears magically from the stamp.
Roger's just gonna kind of put his hand on the side of the horse and look at Kanan and just be like, "All right, now do we have to throw you across it?"
Even though Roger closed his mouth, his nose spews out like 2 streams of flames, like out of defiance.
Roger, you see Kanan spew out the like small spews of flame coming out of his nose, burning up part of your shirt again.
Lord.
And then he just gives up.
He's gonna look back and be like, "Hey, Falmouth, you think you can throw him up on this horse?"
Probably.
Even though like his mouth's closed, it's kind of muffled. He's like, "You touch me, I will kill you."
Yes, yes, you can try.
Yes, we've heard it a million times already. It's all right. I like how the fire breath dice never left for me. Just on my screen. Just
The effect
piled
is
Same.
still on the
up.
screen.
You see Kyle run up a tiny distance as Kane, and you kind of hear the soft little broken voice of a child calling to you in the distance. Dad?
Oh, now he's gonna look ashamed, and he kind of just looks away from everybody, and he kind of just shuffles to where his back is turned to everybody.
We're almost going to wrap his arms around in a hug.
Kanan, how do you react to the hug?
He doesn't react at all.
You guys throw Kanan over the back of the horse afterwards, and he seems to be lying still.
Yeah, he's given up at this point.
Probably just gonna be like, all right. Now can we go home?
Yes. And again, I'll bring up the rear.
Alright, you guys begin your travel through the dark woods home, eventually catching up with Gromsh and Amber on the way. Let me change the map. After a perilous set of days traveling, camping out, and also traveling again, you eventually make it back to the mansion.
Oh no.
Creeping feeling of uneasiness settles in as you walk through the doors. Though you are within your safe haven again, everything you've been through, along with Kanan's sudden lapse of sanity, leaves you all just not in the safest of feelings right now. Just feeling at unease, I will say.
Maybe we can get some food in him. Maybe that'll chill him the hell out.
What has me concerned is that Victor has been here before. He knows of this place.
One problem at a time.
You see your sister as you walk through the gates, standing around, waiting listlessly as she turns to you. Oh, look who it is.
He's just gonna kind of wave. Like, just doesn't look here for it at all. Just.
Like, you strand me in the middle of this dusty place, and then you come back. I'm assuming you took my advice and just hightailed it out of there.
Up to on the
Almost.
exit, sort of. there were some complications on the way out.
Well, it's good to know that you all had some sort of sense in you. You see Calypso bows to you and goes like, "Welcome home, everybody. How was the trip?"
Well,
Ew.
It was a trip.
Oh, were you not successful?
we managed to get to our Voss holds, but there were some complications.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you guys get settled in. When you're ready, I have some, good news about the homestead.
I think we could all stand to hear some good news right now.
Yeah.
You see Faith walks over to you, Roger, and, like, it starts dusting off some of the stuff on your shirt. And he's like, "Oh, God, did you walk through an entire fucking, like, oven?"
It's complicated.
No, I had to run in with a dragon.
Uh-huh. That would be the, unhinged one I saw before, I take it.
He's not having a good day.
Who is?
No one in this fucking place, and he's gonna look over at Calypso and just be like,
Faith looks around and goes like, "Okay, well, I'd like to get a little talking with you too, if possible, now that you're back here."
he's just gonna nod and be like, one thing at a time.
Well, I'm gonna go up and go to my accommodations out back then.
Accommodations out back.
I'm sure the cat will tell you all about it.
She living in the stables.
I mean, it would be a fitting place for her.
You see Kyle kneels down near you, Kanan, speaks to you with a worried but also fearful tone in his small voice. Kanan?
He doesn't react to his name, and he's just, he's got his eyes closed.
Dad?
Is he still tied up? You know, like
Yes.
muzzle? Okay. And
Yep.
he's gonna slowly open his eyes and, look towards Kyle.
Why won't you talk to me?
He kind of gestures towards its muzzle.
Is it because of something I did?
He's gonna shake his head no.
You see Irina takes the boy by the shoulders and was like, "Come on, little guy. I'll take care of your dad, okay?" See Irina closes the door behind you, Kanan.
He's just gonna glare at her.
Don't glare at me. I'm not the one hurting that boy right now.
He can't say anything, so he's just going to grunt.
She looks at you and goes like, "You know, you keep shutting us out when we keep offering help. Eventually there's gonna be no one left, Kanan. That little kid, we're the whole world to him. How do you think he's feeling when you start acting like this?"
He doesn't respond, and he's just staring ahead.
Well, come on. And she drags you over into the house.
Should we maybe remove the thing from around his mouth?
He's gonna just gonna look at it and be like, "Can we trust you not to burn the place down?"
Or bite.
He
Oh, I
doesn't.
mean, he can bite if he wants to. Just saying.
He doesn't
Paul's just gonna
respond.
throw him a look.
He doesn't respond.
Well, Falmouth is going to reach a claw towards the rope and just slice.
He doesn't. He. What was that?
Sorry, that was me
Oh,
coughing.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
He doesn't react to his mouth finally being free. It's just like a perpetual frown.
Well, at least your facial muscles are getting a good workout.
And a tiny puff of smoke just puffs out of his nose.
You just hear tiny Kyle walking past you all and just going like, I'm not feeling too good. I'm gonna go to bed. Sorry.
Roger is going to look at Falmouth and be like, "Do you want to wrangle that one?" He's going to point at Kanan while I go check on the little one.
Yeah. I kind of wish Duke Clax was here. There's something I wanted to buy from him. But I'll wait.
Oh, maybe he'll stop back by.
Maybe.
And Roger is just going to make his way upstairs after Kyle.
Irina looks over to Kanan and goes like, you want to be put in your room or?
He doesn't respond, and he's just looking forward, like with a 1,000-yard stare.
Kanan, if not for us, do something for the kid.
He's gonna try and break out of his bindings.
What did you say?
He's gonna try and break out of his bindings.
Almost going to untie them. Just because he's trying to show Kanan's trust.
Kanan, I've done and said everything I could. At this point, you're at a crossroads. You have to choose for yourself whether you care enough about the people around you to let us in, keep shutting us out.
He's gonna.
She leaves the piano room.
He's gonna rub on his wrist for a minute and then glance at Falmouth before heading towards bedrooms upstairs. Walking past the servant girl.
And Falmouth's just going to turn his attention to Calypso. So, what's the good news you had?
Oh, well, I was hoping I could announce it to everybody, but I suppose should I just wait till you all finished with business? I
I
stepped
think I
levels.
think it's gonna take a while for that, so you might as well just say it.
You might as well tell us, and we can be the messengers from there to those who aren't here.
Well, me and my unseen servants got to work while you were away. Very diligent about my work, and we managed to set up a small little tavern space behind the homestead. We noticed a lot of leftover materials, so we started using them after we got the chapel set up.
That explains what Faith said then.
Yes, Miss Faith is already taking accommodations in our finest room in there. She seems very insistent on it.
Of
Yeah, that sounds
course
like her.
she is.
Sounds like her.
But yes, the only thing that's missing is well, I suppose staff, people to live in there, but there are
Um,
accommodations now.
Funny you mentioned that.
Mhm.
Give me one sec. Yeah. You just right behind you, Paul, feel green hands on your shoulders as Gromsh looks from behind you and goes like, "What's up, bros?"
Can you not touch
Right.
me?
Oh yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah. Woo!
Um,
These some nice kicks. Knew y'all were rich from the outside, but yeah, I think we can get used to this.
We got it for free.
And it goes like, nice, love free shit.
bear in mind that you are here to live contingent on the work you produce.
Oh yeah, don't worry, you're gonna get lots of gigs out of me and the boys. All right, where are our gigs at? And you see Calypso extend her hand out for a handshake, and instead Grom's just like high fives it.
I can't hear you over the music.
Yeah.
I can't hear you over the music.
You can turn it down on your side too, I think.
I did. I turned it down to 5 and I still couldn't hear you. There we go.
You see Calypso extends her hand for a handshake, and he instead just like slaps it with his hand and goes like, "Hey, what's up? What's up?"
She's going to be your boss as far as work that you do.
Hi. Are you also a friend? And Grom just goes like, let's just call us hired performers for now, yeah? Yeah? Hey, Amber, come in here. Look how sick this place is. Yeah, they even got one of them fucking wood places or whatever. And she just says, fireplace. And Grom just says, yeah, one of those.
Paul is just going to look at Paul. He's like, do you need any healing at all? I still have some power left to do it.
Fine.
Immediately behind you, Paul, you just feel imposing shadows over you as you see like dozens of orcs standing behind you, waiting to march in.
Paul's just gonna look back at them, and then at Falmouth. I think we're gonna need more rooms for the tavern.
Yep.
I think we have enough. About 4 floors worth, actually.
I have a suggestion on where to put Gromsh.
In the basement.
I was gonna say put his room next to Faith's.
Oh, that's excellent, Falmouth. You're amazing.
Calypso looks at you and goes like, "Oh, we do have a very big room next to Miss Faith's room. I could accommodate for that."
Oh, please make sure Grommy gets that room.
Bronx looks back at it and goes like, "Hey, are we getting our own rooms? Fucking sweet." And you just hear a bunch of orcs behind you just cheering and clattering like, "Yeah." Meanwhile, you see out of the kitchen and dining areas, you see um, Miss Valentina comes out and goes like, "What's all that noise?" Oh, uh, hi there, little one. Are you a friend of Mr. Falmouth and Kanan? And Amber just looks up and goes like, "No, they try to kill us." And she's, "Oh, okay. Should I be concerned?"
We're on a
It's
truce now.
Oh, okay. I assume these strapping young lads are going to be helping us around the house more then?
yes, they're going to be here to help with work.
Oh, perfect. I think I already have something those boys can help me with. You see, Gramsci goes like, me and the boys ain't here for just menial labor yet. We gotta fucking set our boots down and everything.
You're
And
going to work.
immediately you see Valentina slaps Gromsh over the mouth with her wooden ladle. Oh, what the hell? Language? Now, you will watch your mouth around this place, especially since we have some young ones in here. Is that understood, mister? Instead of like, man, who are you to talk to me like, and then immediately backhands him with the ladle. Is that clear,
What's
mister?
this?
And Gromp just goes like, oh, fine, yes, fine. And he
Almost
just
just grinning.
averts eye contact with her. Valentina goes, good. Now, what say I get you and the other boys some food in here, right? You must be hungry. And the orcs immediately run past you, Paul, and just head for the dining area and kitchens.
This is going to be so much fun.
I just can't wait to see the chaos between Gromsh and Faith.
Calypso just looks at you all with a smile on her face as she claps her hand. Oh boy, starting to feel like a big old house again. I can't wait.
Maybe we can actually get a break.
Oh, would you like me to set up the fireplace in your room then, Mr. Paul?
No, you don't have to do that.
No, I insist, please. You look like you could
Uh,
use a rest.
no, you really don't have to do that. I'm pretty sure Jake would get offended.
I suppose. But let me know if you need anything, okay, Mr. Paul? I'm always here for you.
I will, thank you.
She bows her head and then goes on to tend to everything else in the house. As you guys start to hear a song coming from the piano again, being played by Irina, as her song fills up the entire manor.
You would pick
They're
this
alone.
song.
Yes, I would. I'm gonna change maps here. As the song fills up the manor, you all meet up on the second floor of the house. Kanan, you feel an emptiness inside you as Irina's words kind of start ringing in your mind amidst other thoughts. The two gods inside you warring it out for your ideology, along with um, the human girl's words now asking you to make a choice.
He's gonna try and retreat to his room.
We're here if you need us, Kanan.
Like as he closes the door, he turns and he looks at Kyle, and then a guilty look like forms on his face as he goes to the chair and kind of slinks in it.
You see, Kyle doesn't dare to make eye contact with you, looking at the cabinet, just standing there, listlessly just playing around with his figurines.
Are you hurt?
No.
Are you mad at me?
I'm scared.
Are you scared of me? Dog growling in the background.
Wait, that?
It's the ground in the background. Sounds like a motorboat go. Are you scared of me?
I don't know.
It's okay if you are. I'm scared of me too. Sean, there's someone at the door. Sorry.
Do you not like our family, Kanan?
No, I do. It's just
Sometimes you talk like you hate them.
I don't.
You yelled at Roger and you slapped away Falmouth's hand.
He's gonna look guilty again, and then he looks towards Kyle and kind of pats his leg as if to ask him to come closer.
You cut Big Sister Irina's face.
I did, and I was not myself. I'm sick. Thank you. What was that? Did you sneeze? Oh. He gently motions for Kyle to come closer, looking as gentle as he can so that he's not afraid of him. Whoa!
You see,
Winston, are you okay? Well, you're fine. Sorry, keep going.
you see Kyle still keeps his distance a little as he turns to look at you, his eyes revealing now to be puffy and red. As he tries to sniffle and look tough, as if he hasn't been crying.
Can I tell you something?
What?
It's about my condition. It's I tried to be a good person, but there's something that I did before I met you, before I met Falmouth and Roger and Paul and Irina. Remember how I told you that I used to be a merchant?
Mm-hmm.
When I had a wife and my daughter just hatched, we visited a human village some ways away from Baldur's Gate to sell our wares. We had thought to be, welcomed with open arms, and instead we were met with scorn and hate and pitchforks. My wife and I tried to leave, but instead the humans attacked us. I was able to get my daughter to safety, but my wife held them back, and it cost her her life. And seeing her die like that, it put me in a moment of weakness where my creator was able to enter my mind and order me to kill.
Your creator?
The goddess Tiamat. She is the god of all chromatic dragons. And the chromatic dragons created the dragonborn, ones that look like me.
You killed humans?
I did.
Guess they did a bad thing?
They did a bad thing, and something inside me stirred me to kill. And kill again. And I didn't stop until everybody was dead. And I'd realized I had slaughtered everybody. And I felt so ashamed of what I did. I didn't leave that village until I buried everybody. But their screams still haunt my memories to this day.
You see the boy's expression is mixed with various phases of confusion, but also struggling to understand your words.
Kyle, I did a bad thing, and I'm trying to make up for it. But there are forces beyond my understanding that are just torturing me. And even now, they're trying to... He balls his hand into a fist.
Roll for a wisdom saving throw for me with disadvantage, Mel.
Rip! Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage. Disadvantage. And then again. Boop.
So tell me what goes on in Kanan's mind right now with the understanding that when you blink, your arms or your hands are right now around Kyle's throat.
He hears the whispers of his creator telling him to squeeze, but then he also hears the voice of the god that saved him from death tell him to show mercy. And he's conflicted, but he just rubs Kyle's neck before his hands like move to his shoulders and just gently pats them.
Before you could do that,
Don't make
your
me.
eyes start becoming a little bloodshot as you're taken to a place inside of your soul.
Damn, this bitch won't leave me alone. This bitch.
Give me a sec while I change the map.
This bitch. I will eat you, Max. I will eat you if you make me do anything to Kyle.
How is that me doing anything to Kyle?
I was about ready to say.
Listen, bitch. I will smack you.
You'll play in Queenville for him.
Wahaha. Titties. Oh man, cold water tastes awesome. Max, you should drink more Wawa.
Why me?
You're always coughing.
Yeah, but can't help that condition and all.
Mm.
You should drink more Wawa. And put some honey in it. Not fake ass store honey, like real honey.
You say Wawa, and because we have a store here called Wawa, I'm like, I mean, she's not wrong. There's like an insane amount of drinks that are amazing there, but
Wawa.
Wawa. And then we hear Strahd ASMR.
Sorry.
ASMR?
I didn't realize that was out loud.
Wait, do you actually do ASMRs?
Oh no, God!
She does on
We-
my stream.
Oh
I
my
have-
god.
I have a giant water bottle, and we've made the joke that it's ASMR because if I drink from it like very
The
quickly,
loudest fucking shit.
yeah, it's very loud. So there's an ASMR button in Rattles' thing, and then people press it. It's like, well, good job, guys. Then I have to drink from the water bottle and make a bunch of fucking noise.
Do you get paid for it?
We
No.
get Twitch money.
Oh, yeah, I was say the Twitch money.
Mm.
I mean, I've gotten subscribers and shit, so. Yes, baby.
Meow. Max, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Oh, okay.
Just setting up the scene. Don't worry.
Like your silence scares me.
Yeah, especially since Claire de Lune is very unfitting for the scene coming up next.
Dissonance.
Your hands are held tightly around Kyle's neck. As when you blink, you see yourself inside of the landscape of your soul again. The fog even more cleared out now as you see a multiple-headed dragon beneath you.
You don't like that.
The pillars around inside your soul begin to crumble more and more now, crumbling into nothingness while your hands are held tightly over Kyle's throat as he looks at you with confusion and frozen terror.
Don't make me kill him. I will hurt you, Max.
And a voice behind you creeps up in your mind as your eyes become black scleras again, as in the voice of Odalia, uh, the mother dragon calls out to you. All it takes is one squeeze, one good hard squeeze, and it will be over.
He's not gonna listen to her.
Roll for wisdom saving throw with disadvantage again.
You cock.
You're good at wisdom.
Oh.
Shit.
Aw. Thomas!
You attempt to.
Imagine if
bat
that was a
away.
double nat 20.
That would have been funny. You bat away her words. Your hands start to lighten up on Kyle's throat, but you see the boy is still frozen there. As in the voice of Odalia, she puts her maw up to your neck and starts to whisper more words of temptation to you. It'll just be one more complication out of the way. Look at how much easier your life will be. No more having to protect this little weakling. You can focus back on your true daughter. And you can refocus on being who you were really meant to be, Kanan.
He's gonna try to ignore her words.
From that good wisdom save, a second voice is heard as you are pulled away from this Odalia's grasp by what looks to be another figure.
It's Jesus!
A silvery, blonde dragonborn takes you to the side and goes and speaks out words to you to reaffirm your faith. As he says, he doesn't have to do a goddamn thing, sister.
Oh, hearing him curse is weird. It is. He's gonna look towards the blonde dragonborn and kind of shake, cause he doesn't remember seeing this figure before.
You see the eyes of this Odalia begin to glow red as it seethes with anger as the shadows beneath her feet begin to resemble that of a many-headed, hydra-like dragon. And you think you can redeem this soul? One so lost to the depths. He belongs with me. He knows it in his blood. You know of all the things he's done. If anything, he belongs over in my folds as my chosen. All you're doing is throwing more diamonds across this waste. He's a killer, through and through. And he is a chromatic in his genes and in his blood and in his lineage. He will never escape that.
He's gonna have a guilty look on his face. Like he still remembers the people that he has slain. Like it's much more clear now, and he's like no longer blocking that memory.
You see this silvery blonde figure simply smiles and says, "What we are born with is not who we have to be, sister. You, who were part of my other half, when we were sliced in twain at the edge of creation, should know that most of all."
Hmm.
It is our choices that lead us to who we are, that form who we will be. Remember the choices you've made, Keenan. And you are then given memories of saving Kyle, of spending time with your daughter Kezia, of befriending Paul and Roger Falmouth, even the tiny bit of misgivings and mischievous behavior that went on in happiness between you all. When you kissed Falmouth after you freed yourself from chains,
Lol.
and when you were trying to chase down Roger as he hid in the closet, and especially your cooking adventures with Paul at your side, and most of all, falling in love again uh, in the swamp village with Odalia, the true Odalia.
He's gonna, like, tears are like rolling down his eyes, and he's just like whispering, like, ooh, excuse me. Forgive me, everyone.
As you see this Odalia figure kind of slinks around you, almost kind of like serpentine snake like, as her form wraps around you almost like smoke and begins speaking more to you. But that's all well and good. But where has that left us? We are still nowhere closer to saving your daughter. You are still alone in the end. Gods know where you will escape this place. Your friends may say they love you, but they will never truly understand you. Just look at the blue-haired one. No one understands you, Kanan. No one, of course, but us. In the chromatic blood that's in you.
They don't understand me because I didn't let them in.
Go ahead and roll for just a flat wisdom save this time.
Wisdom save. Yay. Oh. That was so close to a nat 20.
You see more negative thoughts flood into your mind as you are calling all those moments you batted away their help. Uh, Even as persistent as it was in this newfound family you have. And you remember the one time that you could have established a connection with Paul, you immediately gave up on it. And further, when Falmouth tried to help you each and every time, you pushed him away.
I need my friends.
And where are they now in your darkest moments?
I pushed them away.
As you should. They were weak.
They're not weak.
They will only corrupt your evolution, my child.
I don't want to evolve. I want to stay with my friends.
How can you call them your friends?
Because
Where are they now?
they're
And
right outside the door. Where the fuck am I now?
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Strahd.
you see your friends in their memories and visage appear to you in your mindscape. And in this version of yourselves, what would you all like to say in this moment? Oh, right, because of dark vision. Hold on, let me turn that off.
I was having also in grayscale. I'm like, ah, yes, we have a flashback scenario. Here we go.
Dun dun dun
Yeah.
dun.
There we go. But yes, for Kanan's friends that have appeared in his mindscape, what is the one thing each of you will say to him?
The silence is scaring me.
They're
That's what
gotta
they're
taking their
think for
saying
a
time.
to
second.
you.
They're taking their time. They're building the bars. I'm not gonna rush them. It is a significant moment.
Roger's gonna look at him and just be like, it don't matter how many times you keep running off. I'll tie you to a bed if I have to.
Oh my god.
And you know I can't. But you belong with this group and you belong with this boy. So whatever you're hearing in your head can piss off.
You could at least keep it together for the kid.
No matter where you run to, I'll always follow to try and bring you back. Alone, we might not be enough, but we are more than enough together to go through anything.
You see, the fake Odalia begins to look around and said, "What is this? How they made it inside of your soul, where your chromatic genealogy resides." And you see Bahamut simply speaks with a smile, because that's not all of who he is. Never was. Roger. Countless souls, all struggling to find meaning in this plane, in this universe, sister. Each and every one coming from different sources of different walks of life. Even those born of your colors. As even as my wicked half.
You may be my creator, but you will not dictate who I am.
How dare you? After all I've given you, the strength I gave you to survive, to take vengeance upon those puny humans who took what you loved.
So it really was you.
You who were too weak, standing there and watched as everything you loved was taken away.
You made me kill those people.
I only inspired you to do what your heart bidded you to do.
Get away from me.
The hatred that was born in your heart.
I've had enough.
Kanan.
No!
You hear the silvery blonde-haired dragonborn speak softly. The choice is yours, Kanan. I am only your guide. Always have been. What you do now shapes who you are.
Jesus.
Who will you be? And what is one more thing each of your characters would like to say to Kanan?
Roger is going to be like, he's gonna be a daddy. I mean, at least if O'Dally lets him put some eggs in there. Just saying.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Shrine. Why?
He's already a dad.
Kanan is actually gonna blush at this, and he's just gonna look really guilty with it, like as he looks towards Bahamut, like, and then he just averts his gaze.
Roger's just gonna grin.
Excuse me.
Yep, Paul and Foam is just
I,
We're just
I
like,
look-
can you get your shit together?
okay. I'm not
I
rushing
look-
you.
I look to you as the example of what I want to be with my faith. So hold strong to yours.
And what is Paul's words?
Paul doesn't actually know what to say.
I mean, get your shit together is pretty good.
Yeah, get your shit together for your kid.
That's in character. Get your shit together.
Kanan's gonna like sheepishly scratch the back of his head as he looks towards everybody, and then a little bitty Kyle, like he wants to hug him.
You make this choice and there's no going back. My children will aim for your throats in the night.
Then I will strike your children down.
You would give up power for something as measly and disgusting as human affection, as mortal affection.
I am mortal, Mother. I am not your plaything. Not anymore.
Brother.
You can keep your gifts. I don't want them.
He's made his choice, sister. We are not welcome here. And she attempts to go for your throat.
Oh,
Oh,
this
what-
this bitch.
How you react?
He's just gonna stand there defiantly.
You see, go ahead and roll for a wisdom ability check for me. Just straight up wisdom.
Just
And add a +5 to it.
wisdom, boo boo. Hey, boo boo.
Prince Abubu. Nice.
Yeah,
Add a
plus-
+5 to it.
So 16.
Your throat immediately starts dissipating her upon touch as radiant light shines from your body as immediately you hear the screech and cry of Tiamat as her shadow is at last eliminated from your soul.
I'm sorry, Mother, but this is my choice. It's sticky as hella, but it what? Oh, I posted that in the wrong Discord channel.
I was like,
I'm so dumb.
yeah, I was like, do you know you're posting that in a different
Yeah. I'm dumb. Anyways. Ugh. I got sand in my eyes.
Are you crying?
I got sand in my eyes, fool.
You crying?
I'll punch you. Don't forget, you're mine tomorrow.
Lol.
Not that kind of mine, you pervert.
The visages of your friends all smile at you. Well, save for Paul, who seems to kind of just crosses his arms and kind of at you like, well, it's about time. Manner.
Like, I hate everything right now.
He doesn't trust him for shit right now.
That's understandable.
Kyle just simply hugs you close.
He's gonna pick him up and hug him. Like, just hug him tight.
As you do, the light of inside of Kyle almost gets absorbed into you.
Oh,
As is the light of all your friends going into your soul.
I was about to say, I don't want to absorb public liquid. No!
accidentally consumed my child.
And that's the end of the campaign, guys. CPK by Kanan.
It's like the end of Evangelion. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh my
God.
Everyone starts clapping.
Oh, God.
Congratulations.
I'm thinking more the people getting turned into liquid.
Oh, well, yeah.
part.
What about that one anime where the girl had, like, cat ears and she kept killing everybody? I forget.
Elfin,
Elfin Lead?
Yeah, that
Elfin-
one.
Elfin Lead?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one. You see Bahamut in this almost dragonborn-like form with his silvery blonde hair and just radiant aura. His clear, almost silvery white eyes regard you with kindness as he simply smiles.
This is a good look for you. He kind of jokingly says.
I suppose I haven't had to take this form in a long time. It was the form I bore before I ascended.
Before you ascended?
Yes. I suppose you wouldn't know about it. It has been a long time. Almost like a little bench appears in the center of this area as Bahamut sits down and leaves the other space for you to be able to sit down as well.
Whoops. Shannon's gonna sit down next to him as he, like, kind of puts his elbows on his legs. You know how you lean down?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's gonna listen. Excuse me, sorry.
Stay a while and listen.
I'm proud of the choice you made today, Kanan.
I've made so many mistakes, though.
Who is not? Even a god as myself is not infallible. In many situations, I wish I could have handled differently, had I the power or means. But life is not about making the perfect choices. It's this river with many streams diverting from one path to the next, eventually leading to the same pool in the end. But life is all about dealing with such diversions, wouldn't you say?
No, yeah, I know. And he kind of sheepishly scratches the back of his head. Do you regret saving me that day?
He looks to you and goes like, why would I regret lending a hand to someone who needed it?
Oh, I guess you wouldn't. And he's looking pretty awkward right now. I just sometimes I feel like I don't deserve your kindness.
Well, deserving, if anything, is a complex matter. I've learned from my long tenure that when you bring up the idea of deserve, or what is one entitled to, it's a rather complicated one. When I first ascended, I spread my ideals as much as possible to the followers in my faith. It seemed simple enough to uphold justice, to fight for those who could not, to defend the weak. But even in that regard, who gets to decide what is justice? What if the weak start oppressing the strong in return?
He's gonna
And what if
look confused.
nothing in this world is black and white, Kanan? All shades of gray, as I find. Just like you. You were born achromatic, but in the end you chose to... I suppose the best term for it would be to upset your own mother.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I annoyed my family.
Do you regret being saved, Kanan?
Sometimes I do, but then I remember if you hadn't saved me, then I wouldn't be here, and Kyle wouldn't be here, nor the rest of his village.
True. What you did for that boy is, in itself, a grand thing.
I just
What
want
of your friends, would you say?
Sometimes I feel like I annoy the crap out of him. Not gonna lie.
Yes. The blue-haired one. Paul, I believe.
Yeah. I try to.
I think I may have scared him when I first showed myself to him.
I don't think he's seen a god before.
I
Never
suppose.
seen a dragon before.
Apologize for me to him when you can.
Of course.
I expect you will go on to do many a great things, Kanan.
I just want to do the right thing.
As long as you stick by your friends and defend those who cannot defend for themselves, it will always lead you to the right path eventually.
Thank you, sir.
No need for sir. I think by this point we can be on a name-to-name basis, can we not?
Oh, yeah. Yes. Bahamut. This is so awkward.
You see that your mindscape starts to spawn what looks like to be a shining light of the sun, beginning to rise on the horizons above to almost start to wash out the deep, dark astral sea. Repentance is not always an easy path, Kanan. And I do not lie to you, and I will not sugarcoat things. The things you did in the past were indeed terrible.
I do not deny it.
But as I've said to you before, the sins of the past do not have to make you who you are.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Huh? Huh?
That was his mother.
Bahamut suddenly changes languages.
Yeah, sorry about that, people.
Had to go draconic for a minute.
That's draconic now, yep.
Lord. Oh, that was such great timing.
Do you need me to repeat what I said, or?
Yeah.
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 As it says, sins of your past do not have to make you who you are.
He will slowly nod as he will take his friend's words and Bahamut's words to heart now. And he kind of just looks at the ground below him.
And I find that surrounding oneself with great friends as you have often helps in that process. And I would dare say that your friends have an inordinate amount of patience, would you not say, Kanan?
Oh yeah. I am very grateful that they're still willing to put up with me.
Would you say your journey has been worthwhile so far?
It's been scary. It's been depressing. It's been dangerous, but yeah, I'd say so.
That is good to hear.
Heidelin cannot save you.
You see the sunrise begins to get brighter as the luminescent light of Bahamut shines more off his body. He closes his eyes and seems to take in the sunlight with a smile.
It's so warm.
It's my favorite view in the mountains of Celestia. Would you believe I never get tired of it, even as long as I lived?
I couldn't imagine. I would love to see it one day.
I'm afraid my 7 sparrows do not share such a view. I find it a little bit silly, I think.
Well, I can see why, but I would still like to see it one day.
Do you feel calmer now, Ken?
I feel happy, hopeful, determined.
That's good to hear. It gladdens me to hear you say that. Does the idea of death ever frighten you, Kanan?
It has. Especially when there's so many things that I've yet to do. Nope. Do you guys ever think about dying? The fuck, Strahd? What the fuck?
Yes. And imagine for a short-lived species such as yourselves. It's a rather terrifying thought.
That's why we make the most of our time.
It's a concept that I'm envious of, for you mortals. You are born, live such short years. You meet others, you change, and eventually return to the earth.
All time is
Fully-
borrowed.
Fully having realized yourselves and found fulfillment in the end. Do you think gods can ever find such fulfillment, Kanan?
I don't know. I've never been a god, so. But I think he kind of leans back and puts his arms on the back of his head. Maybe if he walked among mortals for a while.
Would you believe for a time I did?
Oh, now that's a story I'd like to hear one day.
It's a human, no less.
Really?
I'm told I was very handsome, but
I can clearly see that.
I'm afraid I did not see it myself, but I will take your words for it.
Inner peace.
It is how I came to fall in love with the mortals. Those short years that I lived as a mortal, trying to experience what you all experienced. And when it all came to an end and I had to return to my station, I could not do much but cry.
Well, sounds like you're due for a vacation.
I suppose you can call it that.
I mean, the world has changed so much. You should see it for your own eyes, instead of from up high.
That is a nice thought. Afraid it might be
Excuse me.
before that, no?
What was that, Max?
It might take a bit before that, though, but
Oh, something to look forward to.
you see the sunrise slowly goes over the horizon. And in the opposite end, you see it starts to go to sunset. You know, for as long as I've lived, for all the death I've seen, the lives I've mourned, those that prayed to me for alms, for peace, for comfort for those who have passed. Even in this moment, I find myself quite terrified.
Why?
He looks to you. Something I need you to know, Kanan. You and all my followers.
Uh, uh, I'm listening.
Though you did not come from my blood, you are still a child of mine as I see it. No matter where I go, whatever happens to me, even if I am no longer here, know that my heart does nothing but burst with love and joy for you and all those under my protection, and all those that will be under your protection, all the lives you will save. Know that I, even from afar, even when there is nothing left of me, know that I love you all from the bottom of my heart.
Sounds like he's dying. I don't like that. Kanan's gonna look concerned at his words because he sounds like a dying grandpa to him. Sir, Bahamut, are you going to die?
I'm afraid the vast expanse of my power spent over the years has indeed met its end. This last act I did for you was to be the final one.
What? We can't go.
It will be all right.
There's so many things I want to talk about.
With my passing, one day, I will be born again. One day, my sparrows will find me. But I'm afraid I won't be who I am today. I will be someone new. I can only hope then that person will have lived a full life. Perhaps he might not even ascend. Who knows? But even with me gone, the fount of my power will remain for you and all those who share my faith.
I will keep your faith alive in me.
He nods and smiles. Know that my love is boundless, as will be your faith. And even Even when you stop believing in me, when all seems lost, know that in the depths of your soul, I will still be here. He takes a deep breath and looks at the sunset slowly becoming darker on the horizon.
I thought he was gonna turn into blossoms of sakura.
That's a little bit silly. I've lived such a long life, and yet you notice his hands trembling a bit when met with my own end. I can't help but be terrified.
Kanan is gonna be bold here, and he's going to place his hand over Bahamut's and gently squeezes.
He seems surprised by this action.
I'll stay with you till your time comes, if you'd like. No one likes dying alone.
Thank you, Kanan.
I'm getting misty-eyed. I don't like this. Oh, dear.
You spend a long time with Bahamut as the sun begins to set, and when it becomes dark again, you look to the side and find that you are holding hands with no one now,
Oh, man.
and you are cut back to reality. As instead of holding your hands to Kyle's throat, you're instead hugging him close. You see Kyle begins to sob quietly into your shoulders. As you find yourself crying as well.
Where? Oh, dear.
Falmouth, Paul, and Roger, though you were not in the same room, they spoke just loud enough that you were able to hear everything transpire. As you hear Kyle in his weak voice just saying to your shoulders, I love you, Kanan.
I love you too, Kyle.
Don't scare us again, okay?
Yeah. I won't do it again. Okay, for real though, I'm getting misty-eyed and I don't like it. Try and help me.
Phew.
That bitch did.
There. Maybe that'll help. I don't know.
I love that Mel's DM'd me as cut it to someone else. I'm crying here.
Yeah, I don't like it.
How do you all react to hearing Kanan come to conciliation with Kyle?
Roger's going to look over at Paul and look over at Falmouth. And he's going to quietly go, Now, I'm not saying that I don't trust him,
I don't trust him.
but let's just hope that's the last time we gotta hear that.
Is Wellness okay?
Well, let's just gonna go back downstairs.
Okay.
I don't know about you, Kyle, but I'm pretty hungry. How about you?
Yeah.
Maybe-
Churros, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll ask Paul to make you some churros. And maybe some maple bacon.
Okay.
You're really gonna subject him to that?
Yes. He will eat the churros with Kyle. Even if they're
Oh my
fucking
God.
disgusting. Because that is what dads do.
All you find yourself a little bit more at ease under a roof now, away from the dangers. And true to your supposed father's words, it seems like the transformation on your body has halted for the time being.
He's just sort of, kind of looking down at one of his arms and just kind of looking over what parts are still colored.
Your like if you go up closer to your elbow, it's still colored, but for the most part, for the parts of your body that can be seen on your outfit, skin wise, it still looks human for now.
He's just gonna drop his arm and just sigh.
Well, damn it.
Exactly.
Roger, you see that he looks more like his previous self now, but upon closer inspection, you do still see slight splotches of color on his skin still hidden underneath the clothes.
Roger's just gonna kind of put an arm around him. You holding up all right?
Truthfully, not really.
Well, at least you're somewhere we can fall apart in peace, relatively speaking.
I don't really want to do that. I'm pretty sure I did that enough underground.
I'm just saying that if you gotta do it somewhere, this would be the place to do it.
Yeah, before something else breaks.
Right?
The fuck? The fuck?
You hear a meow as you look at Calypso in her cat form at your feet.
Calypso, you know it's rude to eavesdrop, right?
You see she transforms to her mortal form, and she goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Sharp cat ears and all. I just wanted to make sure you were okay, Mr. Paul. You looked sort of down on yourself."
Can't believe you noticed.
Would it help maybe if I showed you some of the pretty rocks I found?
You know what? Sure.
Oh, yay!
You're not gonna eat them after, right?
Oh no, I keep these ones just for show. They're too pretty to eat.
These rocks don't expire.
Would you like to join us, Mr. Roger? I think I found some that has your colors too.
Sure thing. And he's also gonna be like, oh, actually, I've got something for you. Hang on a second. And those pink pearls that are in his inventory, he's gonna pass those over to her.
She just gasps and goes, "Where did you find these?"
Oh, way back in a swamp, but I thought you might like them.
Oh, not gonna lie, I am quite tempted to eat them.
I mean, there's two there.
But I think I will keep at least one for my collection. And she just pops one of them in her mouth, and you hear like a visceral crunch. Mmm. These taste like blueberries.
Blueberries.
They're pink. I
Yeah.
think they taste like
Surprising,
cherries or
isn't it?
something.
Oh no, the cherries are these, and she shows like little quartzes. Would you like to try one, Mr. Paul?
I can't eat those.
Oh, that's a shame. I wish I could explain to you what they taste like.
Well, you just said they tasted like cherries.
But I'm using human terms. Well, trust me, there's a delectable explosion of flavor in my mouth for each kind of different mineral I taste.
And cherry's the closest to that one?
I suppose so. You must feel taste the same when you eat human food, don't you, Mr. Paul?
Well, there's flavors.
Ooh, maybe you can describe them to me.
Or I could just make it for you.
You would make me human food?
Can you eat human food?
I'm afraid it will just go right through me, but I can certainly try.
Sure, but maybe just a small amount.
Oh, perfect. Yay. And she leads you all downstairs along with everybody else.
Turn off the sad music. Damn it, it's making me cry. You jerk. I need something more happy. Yes, that would do. Oof.
Ryan, what the fuck?
What?
Wait, what did she do? Oh.
Can I have a little salami?
As a treat.
As a tweet. Le tweet. Le tweet tweet.
You all meet up in the dining room. You all kind of wait in anticipation as Kanan enters through with Kyle. And Kanan, you look at all your friends waiting for you. How will you react?
He actually has Kyle in his arms as he's carrying him to the table, and he's just looking a bit sheepish right now. But he's like slightly smiling.
Told you you'd be fine.
So am I gonna have to tie you up again next time?
Don't ever
Is
do
he
that
fine?
again.
I'm sorry, you're gonna argue with results?
He's just gonna
You-
blush. Not in front of the kid.
Yeah, you all notice a sort of new air about Kanan as he walks in. A sort of peace about his expression for once. And Kanan, in return, for once don't feel the nagging voices of Tiamat in your mind anymore as you're around your companions.
You look like you've had a spiritual experience.
Actually, funny you should mention that. And
Okay.
he's gonna put Kyle down so he can find a seat. He's basically gonna tell everything that's happened to him up to this point and his like divine intervention. Medicated the fuck.
When you get on medication, that's what it's like. It's like, all the voices are quiet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's basically explaining everything up that has happened to him and why he's the way he is, and the encounter with Tiamat and Bahamut within a soul.
How do you all react to hearing this story?
Falmouth is just quiet after hearing it, the entire story, especially with the news of Bahamut's passing. And he just looks very lost.
Alright. Now, like, I come from a family with clerics in it, but that don't mean I understand all this. If that's the case, does that mean Falmouth isn't gonna be able to cast magic anymore?
His magic is
You
still
both,
around.
Kanan and Falmouth, you still feel the holy power emanating from your holy symbol as it's on, or holy symbols as they're on your persons. As Kanan, you remember Bahamut's words, even when he is gone, his love for you all and the font of his power will not dissipate.
He'll be back. It's just, it's like death and rebirth. It might take some time for him to come back.
Mistra has technically died 3 times.
But his power is still within us, so long as we still believe in his faith. Oh my god, that is hot.
Paul's gonna look between Kanan and Falmouth and just very confused.
Oh, right.
It isn't. I thought the dragon was a god.
He is.
Gods can still die, because are you familiar with Mistra, Goddess of the Weave?
The confusion continues.
You might want to take it slow. Also, Bahamut apologizes for scaring you, by the way, when you first met him.
What are you talking about? He didn't scare me.
Are you sure? You were pretty shaking.
I've never seen a dragon before.
Falmouth just looks at Kanan and then at himself.
That's not the same thing. You're not huge and flying and a god.
But not all dragons are gods. You said you've never seen a dragon before.
All the dragons I've heard of are supposedly gods.
Kyle looks
I
over
mean,
you.
if that's the case, then you killed a god already.
And Kyle looks over to you, Paul, and goes like, "Well, Paul, you shoot like pew pew out your fingers all the time. Isn't that also pretty amazing?"
That's not the same conversation.
It's still amazing to me.
That's just magic, though. I'm not a god.
But magic comes from a god.
Yes, but I'm not the god.
You're the god of cooking, to me.
He's got you
He's
there.
gonna kind of smile at that.
Speaking of which, do you mind if you could make him some churros?
Churros?
Yeah,
Or maple smoked bacon would be okay too.
that too.
Roger's just
You're not gonna stuff them in your pocket for 5 years from now, right?
No, we're
No.
both going to eat it.
Yeah.
Almost looks at Katie like, since when do you like anything sweet?
I'm gonna say Roger's just looking at Kanan like, what?
I do anything for my son.
Yeah, you guys see this little refreshing bit of Kanan opening up to you all.
Mm,
He's still gonna be a little bit prideful, like me. Excuse me.
sure, I'll cook some, but if I catch either of you sticking it in your pockets, I'm just gonna let you starve.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And he's gonna get up and go into the kitchen.
Maybe
gonna
I'll
whisper.
bake it.
He's gonna whisper to Roger, "Can I borrow your pocket?"
I swear to God.
Roger's gonna be like, put it in a napkin first, and yeah.
Wow.
Lol.
Betraying your boyfriend.
Betrayer.
You see Valentina as you go in the kitchen. Pause. He goes like, "Oh, hey, darling."
Hey there, how's the kitchen doing?
It's doing great. I've been keeping it clean for you. Oh, something that will put a smile on your face, dear. I know. There's an even bigger kitchen in the taverns that they set up.
Really?
Yeah. All got a fancy stuff that I'm not used to, but you know, maybe a smart little cookie like you might be able to figure it out.
And now Paul
Maybe.
runs to his other boyfriend.
There aren't
Yeah,
any
you
dolls in there, right?
She tilts her head. No.
You know what? Don't worry about it.
And I was like, all right, well, I'll leave you to your space, darling. Just let me know if you need any help. I'm gonna go continue cleaning up that new kitchen space.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
She goes out and she claps her hands. All right, boys, you know the deal later in the night. Leave your drawers out in the little basket I put out your doors, and I'll take care of them, okay?
Madam, I can wash my own clothing.
Kanan, this is a losing battle.
She just goes like,
I gotta
"Oh,
have
no."
some pride.
She looks at you and goes, "Oh, I know you're all big boys, but some stains only a mother can get out."
Excuse.
And, I like that smile on your face, Kanan.
He's just gonna look grumpy and just like, and just cross his arms.
And she just winks at you, goes like, "You should wear it more often."
Just gonna blow a puff of smoke like.
I'm going to check on Irina since she's been in the piano room a while.
I swear to God, if something happens to her, Max, to ruin the mood.
I mean, did the
Why do
piano
I-
stop?
Why do I have a feeling that Max just giggling in the background over there, like, yes.
You enter the piano room and you see Irina just kind of sitting at the piano, but she stashes something away quickly once she sees you enter. Hey. I hope the music wasn't too loud. I just felt like getting it out of my system.
No, nothing was an issue. Kanan is actually doing quite better. If you want to stop by the kitchen for something, Paul's making some food.
Is he stopped? Is he still brooding, or?
No, he's actually smiling and talking to us.
Why? Did somebody have a gash wound open or something?
It's a long story. And he's just gonna relay what Kanan told everybody else.
She takes a while to register it and goes like, "Oh, good for him." Yeah, I'll guess I should stop by and see how he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Titties,
Hey,
titties, titties.
hey, Thomas.
Yes. Yes, Irina.
You, if you had a choice between staying the way you are or becoming someone different, what would you pick?
I don't think I really have an answer for that. Just because it's hard to really imagine being able to actively choose to change as far as a number of things can happen, because nothing is written in stone. Nothing is absolutely destined. So there are things about myself I would like to change, certainly. But there are also things about myself that I'm very content with. Ultimately, it's a matter of who do you envision yourself being, and how much of a change, if any, do you need to make to get towards that ideal self, even if it's not a perfect self. And just work from there.
Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Titties, titties, titties.
He looks at you with a complicated look. Almost like she's struggling with something, but she just smiles and says, "Thanks."
You're welcome, but is there something you want to talk about?
I'll be fine. Nothing like some of Paul's cooking can't help, right?
Maybe, but you were just giving Kanan the advice of letting us in to what he's dealing with, so why aren't you following your own advice?
Just the usual, well, worrying about my brother and all that, but if the Ravens are true to their word, I think he'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get some grub.
Sure. He's just going to let her go for a bit first. And think, what's what she's trying to hide away?
You can roll for an investigate.
Pray to Jesus.
Oh, that's not bad. You try to look at what she stashed away, and it seems like she didn't stash anything in particular in the piano seat or in the piano itself. But you do notice, or you did notice that whatever it is she stashed away, it might have been on her person.
I wish she would just follow her own advice for once.
Irina goes to the dining room, looking over to Kanan, kind of silently goes closer to him. Hey, big guy.
Hi.
How you doing?
A lot better than I was earlier. And he
Still
kind
wanna-
of gives her a toothy grin.
Still wanna bite my face off, or?
I'm still thinking about it.
Yeah, well, you do that, and I'm gonna be clanging plates and dinnerware near your room when you're trying to freaking meditate.
Oh, no, that's just rude.
But I'm glad you're okay, Kanan.
Thank you.
It's good to know some of us are getting peace around here.
I didn't get no fucking sleep because of y'all. Y'all not gonna get no sleep because of me. Fuck
God, that lives rent free in my head.
Right? Oh my god.
first thought immediately.
Oh, jeez.
Calypso turns to you all and speaks loudly enough so that Paul can hear in the kitchens too. Well, everybody, since we are all gathered, I wanted to make a little announcement. I know some of you already know, but while you were busy in the tunnels, me and my unseen servants actually got pretty busy. And we've been pretty busy, actually.
Busy how?
We have a tavern.
Yes,
What?
with the money that you've all helped us with investing in the homestead, we've managed to build a tavern out back next to the chapel.
Oh, that's great. Wait, chapel?
Do you not remember the ruined little space we found? We've converted it into a chapel just as to your liking.
Oh, wow. That is pretty... That's... Wow.
I figured that since you and Mr. Falmouth were of the cloth, you would appreciate such a structure. I hope I wasn't
No!
stepping out of bounds.
No,
No,
no.
Gesture's very appreciated.
Thank you.
I'm glad. And also, I made sure that the tavern space would accommodate lots of people. It's about 4 floors total.
Oh, wow.
And
That's amazing.
naturally, your sister Roger chose the nicest room in the tavern and insisted on it, apparently according to Calypso.
Well, that ain't shocking in the slightest.
Though
Yes.
you might find this little tidbit a bit amusing.
Oh yeah, this Faith is set up with the executive room inside the tavern, and I believe, due to your requests, Mr. Falmouth, she looks at a little notepad itinerary she has. Mr. Gromsh and company will be seated in the room opposite to hers.
Oh, no.
Let's just cringe.
Oh, you...
Roger's lips
didn't.
just pressed together, and he just looks like
You
He's just like-
didn't. You didn't.
Falmouth, that is the best present you could have ever given me.
Oh,
And
poor
Aside
Grumsh.
from that, we also have a pretty big kitchen space set up for Mr. Paul should he ever wish to use those facilities in there.
We're gonna need more hands around here.
Which thank you, Mr. Kanan, does bring me to the next matter. I'm afraid I might have went a bit too far with building the big space. I forgot to account for the fact that we will need people and staff to run the facilities. If you wish to run it as a tavern, of course. If you just want to have it as additional accommodations, that is also okay. Well, I suppose it's not really up to me, but yes.
No, we're definitely gonna need more help. So,
I mean, we did bring some at least so far.
yeah.
How are we doing on funds? Do you gonna need any more funds for putting anything together?
Oh, well, I mean, the money you invested already is plenty of help. We're working on the bigger stables, but for the rest of the things you asked on your list, we're still working through it. But any and all money you would like to invest into the homestead will be a great help.
One step at a time.
Yes, but for now, I hope you enjoy the tavern and the chapel that we set up in the back.
Oh. Maybe we can get some ale in here. Oh my god, I could use a drink.
I imagine.
Yeah, I believe.
Whiskey.
And she hears you from the kitchen, Paul, and she goes like, "Yes, I believe we do have libations on hand. Miss Valentina was very kind enough to add some of her own personal collection from her general store to our mix.
Oh.
Yes, and with the money you've given, I believe we should be able to restock if needed. But I suppose the next question will be, well, we're we could go in order to refill on supplies and everything, of course, should the need, or should the need come.
If we could find a way to keep that other passageway open, we could always try and mine some of the mithril in the tunnel and explore some of the unexplored areas, avoid Argynvost for a little bit, and just use some funds there from the ore there and everything.
Well, I think what she's saying is, who are we gonna trade with if,
Exactly. Thank you,
Blackie
Mr.
wants our
Roger.
head?
You have a way with words, Mr. Roger.
What about the Vistani?
True. I suppose I could ask Miss Charity and her daughter if they would be able to open up trade with the Vistani.
Isn't there another town that's not necessarily near Vallaki? I think it was called Brest, according to the map.
Yes,
Something
there.
like that.
If you guys can establish a route there, I believe we should be able to connect with trade. Oh, and also one other matter. Due to Miss Magda and Miss Valentina's recommendations, we now have a complete working forge and general store downstairs.
Great.
Huh.
I can continue my lessons with Magda then.
Yes. And yes, and I believe your pet, I believe his name was Hearth. He's already taken a liking to the forge as his new home.
I think I'm going to visit Magda just to see if when she would be ready to continue with the lessons, just so I can be better as a blacksmith.
Yes, I believe Miss Magda is already getting to work down there. She very much had a big smile about the accommodations, especially when she found out the general store was right next door. She must really like the general store.
No, she just likes the pie.
Oh, we sell food there too?
Never mind.
Roger just puts his head down on the table for a second. 'Cause he's laughing.
Paul is going to stop in the doorway.
What? What'd I say?
Please don't make those kinds of jokes around me.
What?
Oh,
Do you like pie too?
Roger's not gonna say a damn word, and he's going to actually pull out that robe from before and slay it. Like he's sitting on the table and like looking for something on it.
Paul is going to glare at Kanan and just be like, "You don't have to eat.
I can always cook.
Please be my guest."
Okay.
And how
He says that.
Oh, everybody eat together like big family.
That's how he says that, but he's gonna be like pissed the second you touch something there.
I am. Sit back down.
Okay.
Oh, you eat with us too. And Kyle just like kind of holds his hands out.
I mean, I planned on it. I'm not going anywhere.
Yay!
Special K.
Roger is going to be removing some patches from his cloak and setting them aside. So, the first thing that he takes off is a bag of 100 gold pieces.
No, not.
There is also a silver coffer and 10 gems. He's gonna set those on the table and be like, "This might help."
And you see Calypso looks at that and just goes like, "Ooh, how did you do that, Mr. Roger? That was amazing."
He's just like, it's stores things that you can use for later, and it came with these included.
Now that's a bushy vagina.
What?
What?
Sorry.
What are you referring to?
Oh, this.
She's just talking about some pie. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck?
I said that the
but-
pussy vagina.
You see
Oh,
Calypso.
no. We
You see
heard what you
Calypso
said.
claps her
We heard
hands,
what you said.
and you see Calypso claps her hands, and three unseen servants. They're kind of like see-through silhouettes. They seem to gather the gold and the items on the table that you put, and you guys just walk away with it, and you just hear. Hup, 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 hup.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys. The homestead would be nothing if not for your generosity and your investments in it.
We've also got a new horse that's gonna need to be stabled outside.
Kanan's just
Yes,
gonna
I did know
glare at Roger.
He's just gonna look at him and be like, "Don't you start."
Yes, I did notice. I believe I've already. The unseen servants have already taken care of the new horse you have brought back.
What are you naming the horse?
I don't know. You guys got any ideas?
Maple syrup.
What? No.
Maple syrup.
No.
Kyle looks back and goes like, "Maple syrup. That's good."
This is said horse. If anybody didn't see the picture earlier.
I don't know. It looks more like a churro.
Oh,
Kyle looks at it and goes like, "Ooh, that's even better."
I guess we're gonna name it Churro then.
Hey, churro. Can I ride him one day?
With
I mean,
supervision.
Pa's okay. I'm about to say, as long as your pa's okay with it.
With
Sure.
supervision.
But you know, given his size,
I think a pony is more suited for him.
well,
come on. I'm ready for a big boy horse.
Not yet.
No, you're not.
I mean, a mastiff ain't bad either.
I've ridden on Kanan's back before.
I'm not a horse.
He goes like, still bigger than me.
We'll figure something out.
He looks at you all and goes like, "How hard can it be to ride a horse?"
It's very difficult.
It's quite difficult, yes.
Well, I mean, like I said, a mastiff's a little lower to the ground and might be more his speed.
Wait, there are dog mounts?
Yeah.
What?
Halflings use them all the time.
What? I give up.
Irina just goes like, well, now that I would like to see.
He's just gonna stuff his face with maple syrup. Not maple,
Onion.
maple bacon.
Irina looks at you and goes like, "Are you eating something sweet?"
Yeah, we had the same reaction.
He's just gonna put on a straight face and eat it.
She goes like, "Oh,
I'm gonna
impressive."
take a potato chip and eat it.
And Kyle looks over to you, Paul, after wiping away some of the sticky syrup on his mouth. And he goes like, "This is delicious, Paul. God of cooking, God of cooking."
I mean, I wouldn't really say that. It just has a lot of sugar in it.
And Kyle said, "But sugar is good."
Not all the time.
In moderation.
In moderation.
He just goes like, "Nah, I'm just gonna keep eating it."
And once you get cavities, what are you gonna do?
He just goes like, "What? I'll never get cavities."
Or you could get fat.
And he
That
goes like, "Oh, well, I mean, that one friend of mine, Robbie Hill, is kind of chubby, and he looks like he's pretty happy.
We're not going to talk about him.
Maybe he has."
That boy concerns me.
Boy, ain't right.
Kyle looks at you. I think he's pretty cool.
Okay, but he has no sense of self-preservation.
And Kyle just goes like, "It's okay. Special K will help defend him."
Special
The
K
boy-
needs to wash his face.
But I'm still eating.
After you're done eating, you need to wash your face.
Fine.
Paul's going to look over at Kanan. So do you.
He's gonna take some of the sticky like stuff off of his cheek, and he's gonna rub it on Paul's cheek. Now you do.
Paul's gonna take Kanan's plate and shove it in his face.
I just
Oh,
hear the audible like Paul getting the syrup on his face, like. Yeah, Kanan, you get your plate full of food shoved in your face by Paul in return.
He's just gonna lull out his long tongue and just lick off some of the sweet stuff. Like blah, blah, blah.
One, that's disgusting. Two, you're paying for the wasted food.
Food's not wasted, I'm eating it.
That's even more disgusting. He's gonna look over at Kyle. Do not take after him.
I'm just already starting to lick his face, huh?
Stop.
He's gonna lull his tongue close to Paul's face, like blah, blah.
He's gonna try to shove him away.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, Kyle just runs over to you, Paul, and goes like, "Me too, me too."
No. No.
Roger's
You're
just
gonna
sitting there
give him a
watching this.
big fat hug.
Paul's gonna use vortex warp
Who are you
On
warping?
who?
on Kanan
Oh, rude!
Where are you
on the
warping?
other side of the room.
Can I grab him before you vortex warps me?
You can try, yeah. Go ahead and man, what role would that be? well, first of all, since yeah, go ahead and just roll for, I guess, con save, since you got to do a con save for vortex warp anyway.
Okay.
Yep.
What is with these
still get-
sevens? What
You
the?
still get the plus. You still get the +5.
Yeah, I know, but holy shit!
I think the DC is 15 though, right?
Yeah.
Or-
Sure
you-
is.
Yeah. You unfortunately try to grab his collar before you're warped to the other side, but unfortunately you weren't fast enough.
Oh, you are gonna get it.
Irina just sighs and goes like, "Here we go again."
No, I'm really not.
I'll take this over everything else that was going on.
Kyle just like stands behind you with his arms like a sumo wrestler, and he goes like, "Don't worry, Paul. I got your back."
Thanks, Kyle.
Kanan's gonna make like a fake dragon roar. It's like roar, and he's gonna go after Kyle.
It's a runaway, Paul.
He's chasing you.
Ah! Yeah, you start chasing Kyle around the dinner table, and you guys have a good laugh amongst yourselves as for the first time in a good while you feel that there's a stronger sense of camaraderie and unity in your group.
And pie.
And pie, yes. I'm gonna say because of that, everybody gets an inspo point.
And it's
Yep.
It's a
And until the next combat is over, you guys have, I will say, 10 temporary HP.
Neat.
Also, go ahead and give yourself a long rest because you guys had a full meal.
Yay.
Woo! Irina smiles and laughs alongside you all, but amidst the chaos, as everyone's looking away, she takes a moment to look at the arrow that she stashed away in her pouch, and the letter that's hidden in a small compartment at the butt end of it. And that's where we're gonna end the session for now. Cut off.
Oh. Man, my tits are cold.
But I suppose before we end things, I can give you guys a little preview for the tavern space.
Dun dun dun.
Why dun dun dun? You're showing us our tavern.
Because my tits are cold.
That's not.
What?
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know, they're just cold.
Cut diamonds with them.
Have you ever had, like, big tits and you just want to flip and plop them everywhere?
Dude, I do that and I ain't got tits anymore.
I just
No,
want to remove them and take them off sometimes. Like I just.
Yeah, I don't know now. Do you think I have?
I can't really relate to that.
Yeah, I'm just looking over here like, yeah, gee, I don't know, man. I don't think I.
Y'all got nipples? Hey, y'all got nipples? You can just use it. It's fun.
Whoa, what the fuck is that? Ooh, that scared the shit out of me. You do not
You
have
do
a
not have a
token.
token.
Yeah, hold on, I'm spawning the camera. Calm down.
Ooh, had to turn on the ambiance. Pergina.
Oh my god. Alright.
This looks like a very barren tavern.
You guys can go through the door here to take a look for now.
I say, I mean, it looks like they've just had construction. I mean, makes
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, remember, they've been working hard building it to begin with. But yeah, it will get bigger over time as you guys invest more money into the structures. And once they've had more time to build everything.
Pussy sandwich.
What is wrong with you tonight?
Yeah, what's already there?
And also, the small stables are out here in the front. And
Oh,
you can
is this
see-
the bigger kitchen space?
yes, as I bet Paul would love to see it.
Oh, the Aminos got the space. They got stable space. Now they
Yep,
won't be
out.
on the cold.
Yep, out in front of the inn for now is small stables until they finish building the bigger stables.
Hmm.
And yes, that is indeed a bigger kitchen for Paul.
Needs to be
Nice.
bigger.
You
Hey.
motherfucker.
It can indeed be bigger if you invest more money into it.
Okay, look. At home, Paul's kitchen also had his forge in it.
Nice. And hey, look, 4 stoves. Look how cool that is.
Very useful.
Very useful. Very useful.
And of course, you will need a bartender whenever you guys can find one to man it.
In the meantime, Falmouth is going to act as bartender to make sure that nothing gets stolen by the orcs, because he's
That works.
had some practice tending bar with the mercenaries in their like base.
That works too. But yes, this is the first floor. There are many other floors, but I'm not going to show them yet. But yes, that will be the end of today's session. What do you guys think?
It was
I
sad.
had fun.
Sad, fun, all of it.
Sad and it gives me something. It's sad and it gives me something to write now as well. It's like, oh, how am I going to do this? I'm like, oh, I know.
Nice. Yeah, I'm always down to read the stories you write. And yes, Shrine, you may indeed conspire.
Okay.
What does that mean?
What does it mean?
He's conspiring to be, Uncle Roger again.
Oh dear, that's concerning.
And, giving the child gifts that, could be useful.
I
Spoiler
mean,
child.
Paul did
Uncle
promise,
Roger.
Kyle a dagger.
Oh, yeah, Paul did.
Ron-
You sit around at the campfire, not a camping duck stove.
My God.
But everybody got the one we make marshmallows.
Marshmallow.
What is BBC? Does that mean big black?
The Pornhub sound.
the Pornhub sound.
How do you know
Yeah.
about Pornhub, Max?
Why would I not? It's one of the
I-
it's one of the most used porn sites ever. I'm not like some like celibate.
It's the most tame.
That's a good thing.
He's not a choir boy.
Yeah. I indeed look at porn. Otherwise, you know, I probably wouldn't have
You
found
kind
you.
of have to being around Mel.
What the
Kinda,
fuck do
yeah.
you even mean, bitch?
Like
Mel?
you don't know.
Mel,
What?
do I really need to scroll up through the Discord?
Okay, first of all, I don't know what you're talking
Uh-huh.
about.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Second of all, you be quiet.
Conversations between you guys are like Jersey Shore conversations.
I'ma throw my shoe at you.
I mean, you can try.
Le chancla.
You're gonna have to aim low.
It's like you're trying.
Wait, how
No, you
tall are you?
can't.
I'm 4'10".
Damn.
Yeah,
I'm about to say,
I could totally pick you up.
yeah. Most people who do get kneed in the face.
Oh bye.
That's the way to do it.
Yep.
Just didn't expect to hear about someone that's shorter than me for once.
What are you like, what, 5 something?
I'm the same height as you, 5'4".
I'm 5'2", child.
Y'all tall
Never mind, I'm
motherfuckers.
taller than you.
Yeah. I'm like 5'2", 5'3". Yeah.
I am also 5'4".
Yeah.
I'm 5'7".
I am the dwarf.
I guess
Look,
we can compare each other when I get to California.
Look, nobody here is 6 foot, and that will preserve my ego. Okay?
Oh, fuck you.
Isn't Sean 6 feet?
Yeah.
He will terrify me, most likely. Like,
He's a big teddy bear.
Sean is super nice.
oh, I know, but it's just like, oh, that height. he
Then
will-
you'd probably hate my brother too. Then
How tall is he?
he's like over 6 feet.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Was he ever on the basketball team?
You know, I don't know. I think he did play a little bit of football, but
Because you know, with that height, you know.
yeah,
you
but
Well,
no, he sells insurance. He don't do nothing.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so he's one of those people that call you try and sell insurance?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
damn.
no.
Yep.
It's one of those.
Yep. My mom works for an insurance company, and so does my sister.
Damn.
Yeah. And my father, my late father, he was a truck driver before he retired.
I
Yeah.
see.
Also former military.
My mom was a lunch lady at a elementary school, I believe.
Oh,
and,
child. That's
yeah,
a
she's a lunch lady, and my dad is a software technician.
oh. What did your
Yep.
brother do?
He's a pharmacist.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I completely forgot.
I put pharmacist in like big air quotes.
Pharmacist.
But he's literally more like the dude at Walgreens that gets your prescriptions for you.
Oh yeah, for a price.
Yep.
Sorry.
But, you know, I'm glad you guys liked the session.
I don't like that Bahamut died. I'm sad.
Well, I was like, is it time to do this scene? I think it's time to do this scene. It felt right.
Grace,
But,
you are so lazy.
I mean, we reached a good point with Kanan, though, in terms of opening up more to the group.
Let's just hope he stays that way.
Hopefully.
Roger's got rope
Otherwise-
on hand if he needs it.
Nah, you gotta be positive with him. You have to be
Bournemouth, though,
positive with
now.
him.
Bournemouth though now feel lost.
Yeah, but
We
I'd
we
imagine,
fixed one and now the other one's broken.
but I'd imagine that Kanan performing a sermon in the chapel might help Bournemouth a bit.
Well, he has 2 little nubs on his back. That's gonna look hard.
A little bit, but you know they might not be nubs. Long nubs.
What are you planning, bitch?
Scheming. This
How-
is my scheming face.
How dare you?
First I raise this eyebrow.
Don't
then-
forget that I am going to DM for you tomorrow.
Yep.
Don't
Hey, I was
forget
nice
that.
to you this session.
Don't forget that. I could do something to Dunlaw.
Oh
Like
my
make
God,
him
what
fall in swamp water.
Hey, you do something to me, I will do something to Kanan.
Oh, you bitch.
Or he ends up hitting on an ant or something.
Ooh, what if he gets hit on by a kappa? Hmm.
It's like, oh, but what if an adult like fucking dragon spawns right on Kanan's location? Who knows?
I'll
That would
take
be
him.
kind of fucked up because that CR is just ridiculous.
I could take him.
But yes, if you guys want me to give me another priority list of what you want the structures to be added or upgraded,
More bathrooms.
you know, yeah, that works too.
Like people gotta shit somewhere.
Yep. Tavern has some bathrooms, but not
Yeah.
that many.
Just,
Yeah.
just.
Just give me a list of what you guys want, and then I will work towards it.
Like connect them to different buildings. What? I'm being serious.
Well, gonna have to invest money in that shit.
Yes, yes. That means we'll have to do more quests, which means more gold and stuff, or maybe we can kill another dragon.
Yeah, you guys did get a dragon horde, so
Blue-eyed
I
white
like him.
dragon.
All I can think of with Kanan having little wing nubs is something like this sticking out of his back.
Oh.
The teeniest little chicken wings.
All right. So, would you guys be available on? Well, the holidays are coming up. That's the complicated part.
Yeah. I'd imagine no one's gonna be available around Christmas or New Year's.
Is that true
I
for
mean-
you, Shrine and Rattles too, or?
Yeah, we'll be here. Generally
I'll be
speaking.
here. I'm generally gonna be here.
What about? Okay, so would you guys be available the 30th?
Yeah.
Pretty sure, Rattles. We got anything on the 30th?
It's a Saturday. What the fuck we gonna do?
I'm just making sure.
Only thing I'm doing that weekend is getting drunk for the New Year's stream.
Birthday session sounds good to me.
Oh, it's your birthday, place?
Yep.
Fuck
Nice.
yeah!
Oh, you're a December baby. All right.
Happy birthday, Fall Myth, your god's dead.
I'm feeling that Falmouth is on the cold month for his birthday. But I will be sure to have something special planned for Falmouth on that day then.
Oh, good to know.
All right. So the 30th then. Everyone cool with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
worked for me.
Alrighty, we are
That-
set for the 30th.
Now I must go prep for my game tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining and also bearing with me. I was a little slow today because it's been a hectic week, but I'm glad you guys are patient with me.
I just like the interruption that happened with your mom. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, she literally barged into my room.
It's like,
because
what did she say?
She was like, "Did you eat?" And I had to mute myself and say like, "No, I haven't eaten."
You think I'd recognize the phrasing that she said? It's like, oh, did you get?
The Vietnamese when spoken is it's like we're shouting at each other even though we're not. It's very shouty language.
did she scare you?
A little bit.
It's like, what the?
I was in the middle of a little monologue thing, and it's like, hey. Yeah, and I can't lock my door because then she freaks out and goes, "Why are you locking doors in this house, huh? You think we own this house?"
What are you doing in there?
Yeah, literally. So I'm just like,
So
I'm
you
still-
can't even masturbate or anything? Cause she'll be
God.
pissed. What? It's a legitimate question.
Oh, I can. I've learned the art of stealth.
Oh.
I'm about to say, you have to roll high on stealth in a household like that.
Or maybe
Yeah, trust
we
me,
should-
I've learned some ways.
I didn't have a lock on my door until I was like 19, so yeah, no, yeah.
Shrine knows.
My mom always
Oh,
got super
Lord.
pissy when I locked my door.
Yeah,
It's
I
like-
think all moms do that.
She's
because they
like,
get-
"What if there's a fire?"
parents.
That's the excuse she gave me.
I didn't have a door.
Which is funny because my house did actually catch on fire.
Jesus.
Yeah, we were homeless for a little while.
I didn't have a door because the wall where the door frame was a giant chalkboard, wall to wall.
What?
So I'd have to show you what the layout is, but
Please do, because I'm actually curious about
I
what
mean,
that's like. I'm
I
trying
mean
to.
it was fine because the hallway had 2 doors.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm trying to imagine in my head. I'm like, so you got like a huge chalkboard as your wall, or?
Yes, the place we lived in, for some reason, the upstairs, one of the walls was just a chalkboard, and that was one of 2 rooms I owned in that house.
Max,
Damn, you
your
got
gift has been shipped.
I was very spoiled as a kid.
You got a Milo thatch ass room.
Max,
Yes.
your gift has been shipped.
What the fuck is my gift?
You'll find out.
So, I don't know what's coming though.
You'll find out. It'll
I
have
gonna
it'll have
for a
your
big
name on it. Huh?
Is it a big package or small?
It's a small-ish.
Okay.
Like you'll need 2 hands probably. I don't know.
Okay. I just asked because it's just like, am I gonna have to hurry and get this thing inside, and for potential of like porch pirates?
Yeah, I would hurry up and bring it inside.
Okay.
Or like have someone that's staying at home, like bring it in as soon as it arrives.
So when is it gonna arrive specifically? Does it say?
Let's see. Let me check the track order. Like it already shipped.
Ryan's having a great time imagining the wing stubs for Cannon.
It hasn't
I
left.
was like, that's weird.
What is that? Oh, bitch! It hasn't left. It hasn't left New York yet, so it'll be a couple of days. Yeah, shipping from New York.
The fuck are you getting me?
From. If I told you, it wouldn't be a surprise. All I will say is it's that it can be useful.
Oh, that's real descriptive.
It
That's
can
what.
be-
I mean, a rice cooker is useful. So if it's a rice cooker, then cool.
Fine. Do you want me to just tell you?
I mean, sure, if you want.
I got you a gift box of different honey products. Like I got you a jar full of raw unfiltered honey and a couple of honeycombs filled in it. Got you a big old honeycomb square, like a honeycomb like dipper thingy. You know what I'm talking about, that little rounded thing.
You mean that thing that's in all the fucking Honey Nut Cheerios commercials?
Yeah, that thing.
Yes.
And some honey sticks.
Sticks?
Yeah, I guess you can like suck on them.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. You'll have honey for your
Alright,
tea now.
cool.
Authentic
Wonderful.
honey, not the shit from the store.
Cool. Maybe I'll go full Pooh Bear mode and just fucking porf that shit down.
I wouldn't do that. It's very sweet. I would take your time on it.
I will take your word for it.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yes, you're
Uh,
welcome.
Is it because that one day I said I'd never had honeycomb before?
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Well, looking forward to trying it.
Yes. Share it with your parents if you'd like.
Oh, they probably won't like it.
They don't like honey?
Well, here's the weird thing with my parents. They will eat their own food, but they don't like food given by other people.
Fair enough. That's
They will probably look at that shit and go like, what the fuck is that?
like it's honey.
They'll probably think I'm eating a toy or something. But
Well,
I'm eating the honey comb. But, alright. The 30th then. Thank you guys for being fucking awesome players.
How do you say honey in Vietnamese?
We don't have a word for honey.
Oh,
Actually, do we? Let me look that up.
like honey, like food.
Oh, okay, we do have it, but it's like the most literal interpretation.
What is it?
Oh, mat'ong,
Matong. Like matong.
which literally means bee juice.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh yeah, well that fits.
Bee juice.
Which, you know, it is accurate.
Yes, it is. It's very accurate.
Thank you, Blaze. Alrighty, thank you for being awesome players. I'm gonna have some stuff planned for next session for you, Paul.
What's that?
I'm doing the WWE pointing at the audience thing right now.
What?
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking, Paul?
Oh
my
god. Cringe! He doesn't even do that anymore.
Can you smell what the spotter is cooking?
Be
You are
back. Oh my god, why? This is what I'm feeling right now.
But yes, until next time, guys. Thank you for being awesome.
Yep.
All right.
Same
Later,
for you.
guys.
That
Being a
pink
good
gif is
DM.
what I'm feeling right now, Max.
Hey, I'm only a good DM because you guys are good players. And what'd you say, Mel?
The pink gif is what I'm feeling right now after that comment you made.
Hey, don't cringe at me. Cringe at the Rock. He said that too.
Yeah, but he delivered it. And that was like ages ago.
No, now his whole thing is you're welcome.
Yep, now his whole thing is just voice acting and being an actor.
I mean, that's fine. He still makes
And
money.
also hanging out an inordinate amount of time
You're welcome.
with Kevin, whatever. What was his last name?
Kevin
Kevin.
Nash.
No.
The black guy.
Yeah. I know who he's talking about.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
Oh,
He spends a lot of time with Kevin Hart.
Hey, they might be buddies.
Yeah, maybe. But yes, thank you guys. Until next time. Yep. Later, guys.
Later.
Bye bye. Now I must prep.